I'm Sara Shookman. While Orlando is mourning, there's an outpouring of support across the nation and around the world tonight. At this hour, we know the gunman is dead. 2 other persons of interest are in custody. And also breaking at this hour. Since Sunday, there have been a lot of questions about Ryan's story. It was confirmed, then it was denied, then the story seemed to shift a little bit. Like, this is the one, right?
Are you going to say yes to this dress?
Yes to the dress.
I think we were saying that last year.
Very important votes in the battleground of Ohio. Thanks for joining us on this Labor Day. I'm Sara Shookman.
We'll take you inside the delegates' vote in just a moment, but first, some big names took the stage tonight.
A troubled past continues to haunt a Cleveland teen just days after his graduation. Could he actually end up locking this up tomorrow?
Well,
He brought something so unique to music.
The new scoreboard behind us here. Just a few minutes ago, it said "Only Here," which seems so appropriate.
Incredible pandemonium, 52 years in the waiting. A solid sea of wine and gold and so much excitement here.
And they're playing what else but the end of Game 7. You know how to get a crowd going in Cleveland.
They really do.
You show that clock run out. You queued that up right on time.
Rio is so full of beauty and history.
Like the regular with the granola and the whole deal?
I better go original.
Okay.
If you think your day has been long, put yourself in the super fast running shoes of Clayton Murphy.
We will not be defined by the act of a cowardly hater.
Thought I was gonna die. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna come out alive.
I want to wake up. We will love one another.
Our nation once again shaken by tragedy. 49 killed, 50 others injured after the deadliest mass shooting in American history at an Orlando nightclub early Sunday morning. Good evening. Russ is off. I'm Chris Ty.
And I'm Sara Shookman. While Orlando is mourning, there's an outpouring of support across the nation and around the world tonight. Your thoughts, tagged to social media under the hashtag #PrayForOrlando, are scrolling at the bottom of the screen as we learn about the victims of this terror attack.
One of the stories that's resonating with many of you on WKYC.com and over on our Facebook page are the last moments that mother Nina Justice shared with her son Eddie before he was gunned down. Watch.
He texted me at 2:06 and said, "Mommy, I love you." In the club, they're shooting. That was at 2:06. Trapped in the bathroom. Downtown. Please call police. I'm going to die.
She asked her son if he was hurt. He said yes. The next text said, "Hurry. He's in the bathroom with us." That was the last message she received from her son.
And she's sharing her heartbreak with all of us tonight, their entire conversation on WKYC.com. Well, investigators are really trying to answer many questions about why that club was targeted.
NBC's Jay Gray is live in Orlando tonight with new video from inside the club and a closer look at the man police say was responsible for all of this. Good evening, Jay.
Hey there, Chris, Sarah.
We learned today a Cleveland native was among those victims in Orlando. Channel 3's Mike O'Mara talked with his sister this afternoon and joins us with the very latest. A difficult day for too many families like this one, Mike.
Absolutely horrible.
Channel 3's Sara Shookman, she is on our team, and she is live in Rio tonight. These are 2 great stories, and they're very excited down in Akron tonight, Sarah.
Oh, and they're very excited here in Rio about this too, Jimmy. It's an incredible night and a good showing for Akron. What a moment for this city. It produces some incredible athletes, and LeBron I'm talking about, not me. But of course, it is going to be fun here tonight because we've got Clayton Murphy up in the men's 800-meter final. The University of Akron Zip is one of 8 men running in that final at 9:30 tonight. In the semifinal, he ran his personal best, the race of his life. But he'll have to do it again and maybe better to go home with a medal tonight as the competition in this race is intense, including the world record holder. Now, Team Canada pole vaulter Sean Barber is one of 12 competing in tonight's final. He's part of an elite group known as the 6-meter club. Only 19 pole vaulters have ever reached that height, and he's one of them. Barber lives in Akron, but he followed in his father's footsteps competing for Team Canada. Now, last night, another Ohio athlete moved forward. Toledo's Eric Kennard finished 5th, high enough to qualify for Tuesday's final in the high jump. Kennard won silver in London. That's tomorrow night. Tiana Bartoletta of Elyria competes again tomorrow night in the long jump. That's her specialty of the 3 track and field events here at the Olympics. The 4x1 The 4x100 relay, still on deck for Thursday. She won gold as part of that team in London. Now tomorrow morning, Nate Brannon, you've seen him right here on Channel 3 News at 7. He competes for Team Canada in the men's 1,500 meter race. This is his third Olympics. You might recognize him as the cross-country coach at St. Ed's in Lakewood. All of these events, Jimmy, taking place at Olympic Stadium. We know that's where all eyes are going to be tonight, and I am headed over there as soon as I get off camera here so I can talk to Clayton and Sean as they finish their events this evening. We are pulling for them, praying for them, doing anything we can to help them get everything together for a medal tonight.
Sarah, thanks.
What are people down there saying about all this?
Well, I think since Sunday, there have been a lot of questions about Ryan's story. It was confirmed, then it was denied, then the story seemed to shift a little bit. And I also think you see that this story, Ryan's story and the other swimmers, was an embarrassment for Brazil. And Brazil was not going to take that lightly. The country has a lot riding on these Olympics, and coming out of it untarnished with a reputation as a safe place was important to them. And Ryan's story seemed to, cement, if not introduce, the idea that Brazil is not a safe place to visit, even for some of these most high-profile guests during the Olympics at this time. So, I think Bob Costas talked about it last night. He said this is the reputation of Rio and Ryan's reputation at odds with each other. That's absolutely right, and that seems to be the sentiment here. The more we learn about this story, the more confusing it gets as to why the swimmers did what they did and said what they did. And seem to reconfirm their story at times. But for Brazil, you see, they've gone to intense and some would say extreme actions now, indicting Ryan Lochte and Jimmy Fagan here. I think that's because they feel they have a lot riding on their reputation. And you see that sort of response because of it. I don't know. Seems like everybody kind of loses here at this point.
Yeah, it's all confusing. Seems to get either more confusing by the moment. The NBC Nightly News, also in Rio. Hey, good evening on a very busy Sunday. I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Sara Shookman. It's great to be here with you live from the top of the Great Lakes Science Center. The official kickoff party for the Republican National Convention begins here in just about 30 minutes or so, and we want to give you a bird's eye view tonight. Our team has been covering the hustle and bustle of this day before the real work begins at the Q tomorrow.
That is right, and that party is going to take place behind us right back there. It's just getting underway. The folks are just coming in, and it should get crowded as we go forward. And as Sarah said, we've got a lot to get to tonight.
We do.
We want to begin with that incredibly sad, incredibly disturbing story out of Louisiana. 3 police officers are dead, 3 others wounded after a shooting near the Baton Rouge Police Headquarters.
At this hour, we know the gunman is dead. 2 other persons of interest are in custody. And also breaking at this hour, Cleveland Police Union President, spokesperson as well, Steve Loomis, is speaking out in response to this attack. He's calling on Ohio's Governor John Kasich to suspend the state's open carry laws during the convention.
I'm not trying to change the Constitution.
Team coverage on this major story continues.
We turn now to Monica Robbins, who looks at how this shooting adds to mounting pressure for local police. Hi, Monica.
Good evening, Sarah and Russ. It absolutely does. This morning's shooting certainly.
Nothing was open past, what was it, East 9th, actually, before you got to East 9th?
Nothing was moving before you got to East 9th Street. East 12th really was where they started the vehicle searches, and then, of course, person searches as you made your way down to the party tonight.
Right, so a very, very, very active law enforcement presence in downtown Cleveland this evening. We now want to go to the Q, the epicenter of the RNC for the next 4 days.
And that's where we find Chris Ty as all the finishing touches are being put on tonight. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Russ. Hi, Sarah.
Emotions just incredibly high during the sentencing of convicted killer Michael Madison, as the father of one victim lunges at Madison in court this afternoon. You could almost call that a dive. Good evening, I'm Sara Shookman.
And I'm Russ Mitchell. Chris Ty has more on this very emotional day in court. Chris, good evening.
Hi, Russ and Sarah.
It's why he returned to Northeast Ohio. LeBron had one mission: to bring a championship home and end a title drought that now stretches 52 years.
I'ma do what makes my city and my state happy, and that's why I came back. I love you. I'm back.
And tonight, the Cavs find themselves just 4 wins from an NBA championship. But Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors once again stand in their way. To quote King James, in Northeast Ohio, nothing is given, everything is earned. And tonight, as the NBA Finals get underway, the Cavaliers have to earn it. That opportunity is finally here. The Cavs return to the NBA Finals for the 2nd year in a row, facing the Golden State Warriors.
This is a live look inside Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, where the matchup we have all been waiting for will go down about 3 hours from now.
We've got team coverage in Oakland and here at home tonight.
But first, Jimmy Donovan's here now. Jimmy, here we go again. Exciting times. It really is, and it would advise everybody to take maybe a half step back before this all begins tonight.
This is Channel 3 News at 11.
He was music royalty known around the world by a single name, Prince.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Purple rain, purple rain.
Tonight, the world mourns the loss of the legend as breaking details emerge about his final days. From an emergency landing to his last time on stage, what caused the star's death at age 57?
Loved the fact that he was so eccentric, and I just loved how he performed and everything about him. He was just good. It's so sad.
I'm Sara Shookman, live from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tonight. Prince took his rightful place here when he was inducted in 2004.
And I'm Russ Mitchell. We'll get back to Sarah in just a moment. Let's go back to Sarah at the Rock Hall for the story of the life and times of Prince, reaction, and more. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Russ. You know, when many people in Northeast Ohio think of Prince, this is certainly a place they come to reflect on him as an artist. He brought something so unique to music that has impacted other acts and genres themselves in the decades that followed his Purple Rain. As a singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist, the man born Prince Rogers Nelson was among the most influential and acclaimed musicians of his time. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004.
You know, I'm a musician. I live for that. I live for playing and creating songs.
The Minneapolis native sold more than 100 million records worldwide. Hits include When Doves Cry, Little Red Corvette, and Let's Go Crazy. All drew upon influences as wide-ranging as James Brown, the Beatles, and Jimi Hendrix. One of his biggest hits made the lyric "Party Like It's 1999" an ingrained part of pop culture. 7 Grammy Awards, a Golden Globe, and an Academy Award are also part of Prince's legacy.
We would think of him as someone who was ageless. I mean, if you look at him across the spectrum of his career, he seems so youthful even now.
Prince brought an energy and innovation to his sound that made a man standing just 5'2" a giant in popular music. And as news of Prince's death spread around the country today, so did the tributes. I'm sure you've seen them on social media. You can also find them right on your phone. The Google Doodle now, Purple Raindrops. In New York, the Apollo Theater actually changed its marquee. It reads in honor of the beautiful one, Prince, and nothing compares to you. The Apollo is also playing some of Prince's hit songs for fans who come to pay tribute. In his hometown, purple reigned supreme at Target Field as the Minnesota Twins remembered the music legend. All the lights in the stadium went purple, and the video boards read, "Good night, sweet Prince." Here at home, Cleveland's Terminal Tower put on a show of its own, all lit up in purple in Prince's honor. And just a few blocks away, Playhouse Square had its own version with purple lights everywhere, even a billboard with Prince's image. Now here at the Rock Hall, people have been surrounded by memories of Prince today. Channel 3's Hillary Golston joins me now. Hillary, you've been here all day today. What are people saying?
You know, people have been saying all kinds.
And we've seen some pretty incredible things today as well. We want to show you something now. As Prince fans gathered outside Paisley Park, his estate and studio in Minneapolis today, to mourn his passing, it started to rain. Suddenly a rainbow appeared. It stretched over Paisley Park for just a few minutes before it disappeared. Fans are calling this a sign. And of course, this is a man for which sign symbolism meant so much. Russ, I think the real thing today is the manner of his death may certainly be in question, but his legacy is cemented in music history.
Big time. And what an incredible sight above Paisley Park. All right, Sarah.
How about that?
It was. Thank you.